Harry Maguire is stupid. Harry Maguire is a donkey. Harry Maguire can't catch a break. Harry Maguire is this. Harry Maguire is that. For some reason, Harry Maguire is the most mocked/abused footballer in the Premier League. Trolls on social media cherry-pick Maguire episodes and make the same corny jokes. So-called United fans blast the player even when half the team screw up. And the worst, the people who spend their money to go to a stadium and boo their team's footballer. In this video, we try to understand the origins and reasons for the abnormal treatment Harry Maguire gets. Like this video if you feel the same about the whole mess, subscribe to the channel, let's go! Football has an obsession with expensive players. Harry Maguire is one of those, as he remains one of the world's most expensive defenders ever, if not the most expensive. But as a reminder, Maguire didn't join as a liability to collect wages, but as a talented centre-back clearly on the rise. Mind you, he had been a starter for England for years, including at the World Cup 2018. And at Old Trafford, he didn't even get off to a bad start. Even Liverpool legend with notoriously scathing opinions on United footballers, Graham Souness, predicted big things for Maguire. The scrutiny was always going to be there, but that naturally applies to all Man United footballers. Maybe more so to the United captain, that's true. But the thing is, it's really difficult to pinpoint the exact moment when so many United supporters turned on the captain. He wasn't spectacular in his debut season, but he wasn't too bad either. Some might point to the summer of 2020 when Maguire was arrested in Greece after a pub brawl. But then he had his best United season after he returned to England. When the campaign culminated in the Europa League final against Villarreal, Harry was an injury doubt, and so many United fans wanted him to overcome the injury and play the game. Take my ankle for the final, big man, I don't need it. Hope you are fit. Need you desperately back. These are just some of the replies to his social media message ahead of the game. The Red Devils eventually lost the final in the penalty shootout, with many actually wondering what could have been if Maguire had been fit to play. He didn't have a good following season, but nobody, absolutely nobody had a good season. Well, maybe Ronaldo did, but his goals were good for nothing in the end, as United only finished in the 6th place. But of all of them United players, it was Maguire who got the most shit again. Failed compilations began to pollute social media as silly teenagers presented every goal United conceded as Maguire's mistake as long as Harry was in the frame. Suddenly Maguire is a clown because the ball ricochets off him into the net. Or because Lindelof is picking his nose, leaving Maguire and Dalot to defend the through ball. Or because Maguire clears the ball but no one else anticipates a rebound. You don't have to be a football coach to see that these moments, and many others, have nothing to do with Maguire, no matter how some want to make him a scapegoat. He had his bad moments, he had his good moments. But while his good moments are taken for granted, his bad moments get amplified and picked on. So, of all the players in football, why does the boring Man United centre-back get the most hatred? The wordsmiths in the Ghanaian parliament even used the word Maguire as a synonym for failure.
Mr. Speaker, when even the opponents fail to score, Maguire will score for them.
But the truth is that Maguire probably works harder than all of those clown politicians combined, just like he seems to be the one with more pressure in his workplace. He never complains. He's barely ever injured and will play on one leg if required. He doesn't run his mouth and slump his teammates and coaches on the pitch or in the media. He doesn't pull a face on the bench. He doesn't make political statements. He did one questionable celebration in the England v Albania game as his nerves snapped, but that was it. What is this in his demeanor that makes him so attractive to haters? Look, Harry Maguire isn't just questionable from the moral perspective. It's also an act of rewriting history. He may not be what United wanted him to be, fair enough, but he's not the worst ever, and he had his great moments in this shirt. You know it's toxic when someone's mother has to stand up for her son on social media. I would hate to have to see any other parents or players go through this in the future, especially the young boys and girls breaking through the ranks today. I wish this sort of abuse on nobody, wrote Zoe Maguire on Instagram. England head coach Gareth Southgate may not be popular, but he cuts through the Maguire abuse. Quote, "It's a consequence of ridiculous treatment for a long period of time. It's a joke. They've created something that's beyond anything I have ever seen." End of the quote. And by the way, Maguire always performs for England. There's clearly a terrific player in there, he just has to get out of Man United. It would have been really interesting to see what could have been if Maguire had joined Man City. It may sound strange now, but at the time, the citizens were genuinely in the race to sign him. Maybe the history would have been more kind to Harry. But that's pointless to reminisce about things that didn't happen. Harry Maguire remains at Man United despite all the abuse. He keeps walking his socks off, and when your fancy tackler Lichi Martinez isn't available, Maguire is always there ready to play. Whatever the future holds for Maguire, you can be sure he'll take it as a challenge and not give up. What is your honest opinion on Harry Maguire? Let us know your opinion in the comments. Also like this video if you enjoy it, subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon to not miss the next episode. See you in other videos.